Here are some old cookbooks from the 1950s and 60s, and let me just tell you, there is some weird SHIT going on in some of these. Hello and welcome back to Deliciously Awkward. Now before we dive into these weird old cookbooks, I just want to take a minute to say that it has now been 2 months since I started my channel, and I sincerely thank every one of you who has taken the time to watch my videos and subscribed and liked and commented and shared them. It really means a lot. And each one of those clicks and subscribes and likes really helps me prove to YouTube that my stuff is worthwhile. So really appreciate if I could ask a favor, and if you haven't already, to just click that subscribe button down there wherever it is. Really appreciate it. Okay, so let's get on to the cookbooks. So these are wrong way. These are 8 cookbooks put out by Better Homes and Gardens in the 50s and 60s. They were my grandmother's, and after she passed away, we were cleaning out her house and I found these on a shelf in the basement, tucked away. I don't remember seeing them from my childhood, but the thing about these cookbooks, at some point they were very well loved, and you flip through them and a lot of the pages are stained, or maybe it's just mildew from being in the basement for a few decades, I don't know, but a lot of the recipes have check marks that I guess if my grandmother tried something or liked something, she would put a little check mark on it. And so yeah, just really cool things to look through and everything. And what's also cool, some of the bookmarks that my grandmother used were like old shopping lists, and one of them has a menu from a barbecue my grandparents had. So really cool time capsule. But what's also interesting about them is that some of these recipes are weird as hell. And I don't know why anyone would have liked them in the first place. I can't imagine anyone making them in 2025. But that said, I think we'll take a look at one of them, look through some of the recipes, and this is why I asked you to subscribe, because in my next video, I will make one of those weird recipes. So if you subscribe, you'll get notified as soon as that video is live. So all these books have their quirks, but the one that is the weirdest, let me try to, here we go, the salad book. Because in the 50s and 60s, apparently, if something didn't have gelatin and mayo, it was not a salad. So definitely some weird things that we would not consider salad, are considered salad in this book. So in a minute, I'm gonna turn the camera around and we'll take a closer look. So let's start with the cover. Better Homes and Gardens Salad Book, new salad ideas for every occasion. Not sure what kind of occasion you would want to serve some of these monstrosities at, unless you're having people over that you hate, but so here already we have some Jell-O molds. On this side, I believe this is tomato aspic, which is like tomato juice and gelatin and vegetables thrown in. Some deviled eggs, of course. Some looks like seafood salad served in avocados, which shows that avocados have always been trendy. Although these look like egg yolks, I'm pretty sure they're canned peaches. Let's open it up, and here already we see some of the food stains. At least I hope they're food stains and not mold from the basement. Here we see Meredith Press with their offices in New York and Des Moines. And something tells me most, if not all, these recipes were probably developed in their Des Moines office. I know out in Iowa and the Midwest, they like their gelatin and mayo. And just the copyright, 1958. So this page has a preview of some of the weird things we'll see. See lots of molded things, and this looks completely disgusting. So it starts out with fruit salads, nothing too weird, but it's interesting. Here's one of the bookmarks I told you about, a half-burned piece of paper. Not sure why my grandmother used it. I guess she couldn't find anything else. So again, more fruit, but yeah, here we go, one of the weirder things. Pink pears. Inside rosy pear halves, there's a nippy surprise of cream cheese mixed with bits of candied ginger. I mean, that sounds disgusting. Of course, a Jell-O fruit ring, or it's not fruit, they're olives and nuts, and who would like this thing? More gelled fruit with cottage cheese, another big thing in the Midwest. Somewhat normal vegetable trays, okay, not too bad. Looks like mayo served inside a hollowed out artichoke. And there are quite a few recipes that have that, just mayo in a hollowed out vegetable. Interesting. These are tomato towers with layers of chicken salad. Yeah, not too bad, but you know, who's gonna take the time to serve it that way? A hot dog coming out of a thermos, interesting. This is one of the weirder things. So this looks like a bowl, but it's not. That's actually the tomato aspic. I think it's the old-time tomato aspic. And so it says circle ring of old-time tomato aspic with thick ham slices, deviled eggs, your favorite rolls. Wreath center bowl of mayonnaise with curly endive. So yeah, this looks utterly disgusting. And even this, they call it thick cut ham. I'm sorry, but these look like raw pork chops, which goes back to my theory of any occasion being serving food to people you hate, because who would want to eat that? What is that? Sunshine salad. Give traditional pineapple carrot salad a perk up trim. Pineapple tidbit flowers, walnut center, green pepper stem, and leaves. All right. Another jello mold with some weird stuff inside. Cranberry cream cheese frosties. Again, probably not too disgusting, but it just looks unappetizing. All right, salad dressings and garnishes. All right, nothing too weird here, but so you get a sense of the kinds of recipes that are in here. And as promised, I will find a recipe to make. So I'll start flipping through the pages, and if I don't find something too weird, you know, maybe I'll try again. But you know, let's just start with a random page. All right, I would love to make this. Just looks like a plain salad, but nope, not weird enough. More vegetables. This is the one with they call it a mayonnaise basket, so no thanks. And these look fun. These could be interesting, but I think it's just a regular chicken salad. So there's no gelatin. You know, where's the fun in that? I want to do something that's pretty weird. Okay, maybe this one. This looks like solidified vomit. Let's see what it's called. Perfection salad. And that's such a 50s name for something like this. Why is it perfection salad? You know, implying that the other salads aren't perfect. But okay, so favorite perfection salad. Here's an ever popular and pretty partner for a hearty winter meal. Shredded cabbage, thin celery slices, and bright bits of pimento and green pepper shine through tart gelatin. Olives trim. All right, so I think I will be making this. Let's check the ingredients. Unflavored gelatin, sugar, salt, water, vinegar, lemon juice, cabbage, celery, pimento, and green pepper. So nothing too weird, but I just think the gelatin is gonna make this utterly disgusting. But yeah, we'll give it a shot, see what it's like. So again, make sure to subscribe so you see when I post this video. So I hope you enjoyed exploring this weird old cookbook with me. As promised, my next video will be making that weird gelatin salad. God help me, don't know what it's gonna be like, but we'll give it a shot. Remember to subscribe, so this way you'll be notified once that video is live. And until then, remember to embrace the awkward, including awkward old cookbooks, and I'll see you next time.